Hey there, I'm Lauren Lowry in the WSMV4 Now streaming studio with a big story that's affecting a lot of families right now within Metro Nashville public schools. You know, when kids go back to school and they're dealing with, the clothing, all of the peer pressure for what to wear, and specifically in Metro Nashville public schools, there is SSA, which stands for Standard School Attire, and there are rules about what can and cannot be worn. Now, some of those rules are enforced school to school. In some instances, I'll be honest with you, my children go to MNPS elementary school, and while there are pretty strict rules within the standard school attire, not all of them are enforced. But MLK High School is enforcing some rules, and I'm going to show you our web story on this because it's important that you understand that this particular Nashville high school is facing backlash now over their updated dress code. I want to show you again, WSMV.com. This is within our app, and this is at Martin Luther King Jr. Magnet High School. And essentially what this is about is that parents and kids are saying, hey, we did all of our back to school shopping, and then we get to school and learn that half of the things that we bought can't even be worn. So what are those things? Well, the new rules are more restrictive than they've been in years past. Things like requiring that students cover their chest, shoulders, back, and midriff at all times, that shorts and skirts are no shorter than mid-thigh, and then requiring that leggings or yoga pants be paired with clothing that hits mid-thigh. So yes, I mean, we're talking about heat indices around 100 plus right now, and they're saying if somebody wears, for example, if a girl wears a skirt or a skirt that's mid-thigh, it needs to also be paired with tights or yoga pants to cover the rest of their legs. And in the heat, that's difficult. Some parents are saying the new dress code's too strict, though, and so they are refuting what's been put out there. I want to let you listen to this soundbite from a parent. Check this out right here.
Right now is, most fashion right now is, geared towards shorter shirts and things like that. So I think part of it is that you really have to adapt to the reality that we're living in and make sure things are accessible for people, and really consider, what's a distraction for another adult or student, and then is that the responsibility of our kids?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. What is the actual distraction, and is that something that our kids have to really take into account? It's specifically calling out parts of the body that have to be covered, even in spite of the heat right now. So we reached out to Metro Nashville, the school district, the spokesperson. I want to show this to you because we've got this on WSMV.com, again, on the WSMV app. So if you're looking for this story, this is what you're going to see. Metro Nashville School District, their public information officer, their spokesperson, Sean Braystead, sent us a statement responding to some of these concerns, and I want to read it to you. Let me pull it up full for you so you can read it along right with me. The leadership at Martin Luther King Jr. Academic Magnet is committed to fostering a learning environment that reflects the voices and needs of students. It says, as part of that commitment, school administrators are actively engaging with student leaders through the Student Government Association. They're reviewing and refining the school's dress code policy. And then here's where I am now. In recent weeks, the administration has held multiple meetings with student representatives to update language in the policy, ensure clear expectations, and identify areas for greater inclusivity, such as use of gender-neutral language. A student survey has been developed in collaboration with SGA and shared with the student body following a town hall meeting, giving all the students opportunity to provide honest and thoughtful feedback. Students are assured they'll always be allowed to correct their dress without fear of any discipline while the school works through this process. And then, of course, they ended with, we value the partnership. We hope it's respectful. It's a collaborative approach. It's, essentially the things that you would typically hear at the end of a statement, an important statement such as that. So again, they're saying, look, we worked with the student government to figure this out. We told parents all about it, whether people realized it or not. They're kind of saying, not our problem, we did our part. So it doesn't mean that parents are any less upset about it or that students are any less upset about it. And because now they're stuck with a policy that they're having a difficult time really working through. Again, it's really hot outside. And if you're going to have to wear pants underneath a skirt for females specifically, or you got to make sure that your shirt is long enough to tuck in, sometimes it's difficult to even find shirts like that right now because the crop top midriff is kind of everywhere. Especially if you're looking for cheaper options, you know. I think about Target and then the way Target can be so affordable. Some of those t-shirts are really easy to buy, and they're not necessarily going to have the longer shirts or the longer polos that tuck into clothes, which would be what standard school attire requires across Metro Nashville Public Schools. So if you've got an opinion on this, we'd love to hear from you. You can always message us through the WSMV4 app. If you want to share your part of the story and how your school is doing with this, let us know how your children, I should say, are doing with the policies that are being enacted there within Metro Nashville Public Schools. Let us know. Reach out through the app. You can always also reach out through email. But WSMV.com is always going to be the place where you can get more information. For now, I'm Lauren Lowry in the WSMV4 Now studio.